Hello, everybody. Guess what we are doing today? We're going to go over some new features. I found 15 new features or updates within Canva that are going to be fantastic. Some of them are really great for your YouTube channel. So, without further ado, I'm actually going to dive right in and jump into all of the updates. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the chat and I'll see what I can do to answer them. But yeah, we're going to dive right into Canva. I just realized that I don't have my screen share on. So we're going to get up the PDF while I figure out the screen share portion. And yeah, entire screen. Hide. All right, now that I've got that set, like I said, there are 15 features that I want to showcase. So what I'm going to do is showcase the feature here. I'm going to probably talk about 3 of them, and then we'll go into Canva and I'll show you where those 3 are. And then I will come back here and we'll look at the next 3. We'll talk about the next 3. If you have any questions about what I'm showing you on the screen, just let me know. And if at any time there's something that goes wrong, like I'm talking about something that I'm showing on the screen and it's not actually showing, just let me know in the chat, because sometimes I forget to switch from the PDF to the screen share, and that just helps me out. And it also helps when you guys are in the chat, because it makes me feel like I'm not just talking to a camera. So hopefully I sound okay and everything's good there. I'm assuming someone would have let me know if I didn't sound okay. The first new feature that I want to talk about is face retouch. And I'm going to explain where this is in Canva. I'm not going to show it on screen yet, but basically, whenever you have an image that has a face in it, like a portrait, you can click that image and you can click edit photo, and down within some of the photo effects, there is a face retouch. My guess is that they are working on it and there's going to be some more features. If I had to take a stab at it, I would think that those new features might be released by May 23rd, which is Canva's big event called Canva Create, but I don't have any information about that. It's just a guess. But basically, it just face retouch helps you, and in what it can do today is it smooths out skin. So we're going to look at that in a little bit after I show you feature number 2, or talk about feature number 2. On-click animations is a new feature to where if you animate something, you can toggle a little switch that says on click. I can't remember the exact word, but it's basically you can click the animation. Like I think you click share and you go to a present. So it's when you're doing a presentation and you can click on the thing and it will automatically animate. So I thought that sounded really, really cool. And then the third thing that we're going to look at in this section is called gradient generator. And essentially, I'm going to show you just a couple things within the gradient generator that I think is really, really cool. And yeah, let's head over to Canva Actually, let me get the correct page up. And we're going to look at those first three things first. So I'm going to go back to my slide so I can remember what I want to look up. And then we're going to add to stage here. If at any point I'm in your way and I just don't notice, just tell me to move my layout a little bit and I'll be glad to do that. But for now, I'm going to leave me here. And let's just go to a blank social media post. If you are just joining us today, basically I'm going through about 15 different new features that have dropped within Canva in March and April. Some of them are really awesome. So this first feature is called face retouch. I'm just going to grab a person. Let's see. What about this person right here? And I'm just going to go ahead and set images background. So face retouch can be found when you click the image, click edit photo, and scroll down. Okay. Face retouch, I believe, is under this one called FX effects. Let me pull up my magnifying glass. Right there. FX effects. I just had to check something real quick. But yes, under the FX effects, there will be there's something that you can't see while it's in this mode, but there is a little, I would call it a greater than sign. That tells you my age, but it's just a little toggle that you can click through and it will show you additional effects. And the one that we're looking for is called face retouch. Now, let me see if I can bring myself down lower. Okay, this will work for now. What I want to show you is that the reason why I think that something else is coming is that there is a little info that says face retouch currently works best on individual portraits. We'll be launching the full version soon. And that's exactly why I think that some more things are going to be coming. It was in the old photo editor, and I believe they had things like brighten eyes and maybe whiten teeth or something like that. But that's the information we have on it, is that face retouch currently works best on individual portraits, and they're going to be launching the full version soon. And this one has a, my brain's not working right, but it's got a little slider. Sorry, a smooth skin slider where you can take it from 0 all the way up. Right now it's on 25. And basically it just smooths out the skin a little bit. If I bring it in closer, let's see. It's very subtle. At least in this case, it's very subtle. So that is one of the new features that you need to know about. And it works for pictures only. All right, let's see here. What was the next one? The next one was on-click animations. So I'm going to, let's see, grab maybe a quote post. Let's just grab this quote post and let's say that I wanted to animate this. So I'm going to click animate and let me pull down the magnifying glass to show you what's new. Appear on click. This is a presentation setting. And so you can toggle appear on click on with that toggle setting. I'm going to get rid of it, and then I'm going to click up here and click, and then I'm going to, let's see, what if we do a typewriter setting on enter? All right, so I've set my animation, and now I want to present this. What I would do is go to share and click on more. Once you click on more, I'm going to have to find it. Oh, there it is. I don't use present a whole lot, but I know some people that do. You can click present and present it at full screen here. Now you're going to notice that quote is not there, but if I hover over it, it will show up. So this would be really good if you're doing a presentation and you want something to pop up a little later and you don't have a timing on it. That would be awesome for that. It's called on-click animation. Now, can I get out of this? There we go. What's the next thing? The next feature of the 3 features that we started off with is called gradient generator. If you have any questions about what I'm talking about on the screen, just let me know. These are new features, so I may not have the answer to all the questions, but it makes for good content later, or I can get back to you. Go over to the apps. Let's see. All right, I know I'm in the way, but at the very, very top, there is search Canva apps. What you're going to do is search for gradient generator. Let's see. I really don't want to be in the way. I tell you what, we're going to make some adjustments on the fly so that I'm no longer in the way. So give me a second while I work on my layout. If it will let me. Why won't it let me? Let me delete that and add an item. Give me 1 second. I'm using StreamYard, and what I'm doing in StreamYard on the back end is just adjusting some layers. Okay, let's save that. Update layout. All right, here we are. So I'm still on screen. Gradient generator, and this is what gradient generator looks like. A lot of people would say, use this to create your gradients. I'm not going to say that. I actually think that this is good. This is good for creating color palettes or finding great color palettes. So essentially, you can take this and you can randomize the color palette, such as this, and you've got a great color palette. So then you can take and screenshot that color palette and put it on your design, and you're going to have some awesome colors that you can work with. How can I get the colors from that? Great question. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But essentially what you can do at this point is lock the color palette. You can even add a noise level, which kind of is like sparkles or glitter on top of your gradient, and continue to randomize those colors. If you randomize the colors and you don't add it to the design, you will lose that gradient. So if you like a gradient, add it to your design. And think about these gradients and other options as well, like this one. What I would do with this one is create a lower third on a video document if this was a video document. In fact, let me make this a video document. Resize video. No. Hold up. We're going to go to video. If you are just joining us, what I'm doing today is going through about 15 new features that Canva has. And I'm showing you how they work and maybe not what's coming with them, but what I hope's coming with them and how you could use it for your YouTube channel. For the gradient generator that I just pulled up, basically, you can add a gradient to your design and create a lower third or something that, like something that you could put right underneath your text. So I would, and now I'm in the way again, but that's all right. Let me, this one can be a quick fix. Like this one, a lower third, right? Whatever. And then you could just pop that right on. And it's just a really cool, like, I don't want to use the word underlay, something that will contrast between your video and the text. And so that's one way I see gradient generator being really helpful for YouTubers. That and generating awesome color palettes that work well. Now, how can I get all of these colors in a color palette? Good question. Let me show you. We're going to go to elements and I'm going to type in grid. And essentially what I want is a 5-panel grid. So there's one that's got 4. There's one that's got 5. So I've got 5 and I'm just going to bring this color palette right here. And it's super simple. We're just going to take this color palette and I'm going to use the eyedropper tool within Canva and give each one of these grids a color. So I've clicked the first color. If you could do me a favor and drop a thumbs up emoji if you're hearing me okay, that would be fantastic. Let's see. We're going to click the plus sign up here under add a new color. In Chrome, there is a little eyedropper tool. All right, do you see the eyedropper tool? So we're going to click the eyedropper tool and then go up and click the first color in that color palette. And then we'll go to the next color and do the same thing. Eyedropper with the next color. And then we will continue on with this all the way through this color palette that we chose from the gradient generator. Okay, we've got one last one. And I'm not sure if I'm not seeing comments in the chat or if you guys are just being exceptionally quiet. I've just not seen anything come through. So if you are chatting away and I'm not responding, I'm not ignoring you. I just am not seeing it. So, just so you know, just let me know if I don't know how you would let me know if you're chatting and I can't see it, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. But did you see how I created a color palette within this, from this? Very simple. And all these colors go really, really nicely together. All right. We're going to move back to the stage here. Let me switch this, switch to that. All right. So Canva Create is coming on May 23rd, 2024. It's in LA this year. I'm looking forward to, yes, I can actually see a comment. Thank you, George. Thank you for being my tester. I was worried. I was worried that I wasn't seeing anything. So yes, it's really helpful when there's a lot of people in the chat. But essentially, Canva Create is Canva's big event, and they typically drop a lot of new features when like around this time. So there's a little bit of a slow growth, even though I've found 15. I've already talked about 3. There's a little bit of slow growth. I might become real hush hush soon because I might get features that I can't share. But yes, let's keep going. Frame Maker. Frame Maker is a Canva app where you can go and build a placeholder for a video or image. It's pretty cool. We're going to show you what that looks like in a minute. Cartoonist is another AI text to image generator that is a Canva app. It's pretty fun too. I just wanted to include it because it is a new app, I think, that came out in April. And then a new feature that a lot of people are really excited about is that you can now export your Canva document to be a docx file, which means that you can upload it or open it up with Microsoft Excel or even Google Docs. So that's pretty exciting. And there's also another new feature in Canva Docs. After I talk about those, there's a couple UI changes that I'll talk about. And then I'm going to get into the really fun things, such as retain photo edits. And there's probably 5 or 6 really fun ones that I'm going to show after these little simple ones. All right. We're going to go over to apps and type in Frame Maker. I'm going to add a page. Frame Maker looks like this. And essentially what it is just like I said, you're able to add placeholders for videos and pictures. So they have some pre-selected shapes. Like, let's go with this. And you can make adjustments to it by grabbing the little nodes and making adjustments. Now, there is some grid snapping where you can see the grid lines to make it easier. I really like that a lot. But if you don't like that, you can turn the grids off. And then you can just simply add it to the design. And what you can do with this frame, with this placeholder, is add a picture to it. Any picture. You can also add a video to it, and it will maintain that shape. So I really like that. I think it would be really nice on like a social media post, a YouTube community post, or Instagram post, or something like that, where you wanted a fun shape for your image. So that's where I'm thinking that would be good for. The next is another app called Cartoonist. We'll look at this real quick. And by the way, Cartoonify was a new app. I think that came in February or March, but they're working on it. So it will say temporarily unavailable. But Cartoonist simply looks like this. So we're going to try an example. A bottle of magic potion. You can type anything you want. You click generate, and it very, very quickly generates something for you. Now, I have made a bottle of magic potion a couple times, and they've looked the same. So that's something to consider. If you type in the same thing, you might get the same results. But it's still a fun little thing, especially to add in, like to take away, and you've got a fun little bottle. Like that it might be a good way to add something to your social media post or to your videos, is to use the new Cartoonist app to get a fun new picture. If you're just joining us today, what we're doing is looking through about 15 new Canva updates. And some I think are going to be really great for YouTubers. And I've not gotten to the ones that I really, really love yet, because I wanted to start off with some of the like basic updates that I've seen. But yeah, just hold on to your horses, man, because they're coming. All right, let's go to a Canva doc. I'm just going to grab a Canva doc on the homepage, go to docs. We're going to start designing a doc. I'm just going to add a template. Let's go to this one-pager template right here. And I'm going to show you two new things within Canva docs. The first is that you can click share and click download. Before, PDF standard was the only way you could download. Now you can click the down arrow and you can export it as a DOCX, a docx file. I'm probably not saying that right. You can also change the size if you need to, A4, A3, letter, legal, and you can download it and then open it up in either Excel or Google Documents. So that's really fun. I watched this morning, Ronnie from Design with Canva. I watched his about it, and what he showed was some things did not maintain when he exported it or opened it up in Google Docs, but a lot of the things did. So that was a great little thing to know. I rarely export documents. But one thing that I think is cool is that now we can share a public view link, which is essentially you click share, and then right underneath copy link, there is a public view link. Let me show you with the magnifying glass. Public view link. So essentially what that means is that someone could go and open up that link, and they're going to be able to see what's in the document, right? So you wouldn't have to send them a PDF. You wouldn't have to send them a docx. You could just send them this website. They don't have to send, or this link, and they could see what you're thinking of. The reason why I think that this would be good is if you were collaborating with another YouTuber and you want to share with what you're thinking about what the collaboration would be with, just so that they could sort of get an idea of where you are. So I love that. Awesome. How's everyone doing? I gotta be honest with everybody. When I first got started, I was afraid I was going to lose my voice because about an hour ago I didn't have one, and I drank some hibiscus tea with lemon and honey and cinnamon, and my voice came back. All good, awesome. Let's see. We did the two Canva docs. Let's bring this back. Okay, with the navigation updates on in a design, there are a hamburger menu at the top. There used to be a home page right there. Now you have to click the hamburger menu, and which is making me very, very hungry. And I'll show that in a second, but in whiteboards, wow. See, I talked about my voice, and now my voice has decided I'm going. And I'm not even going to get to the fun stuff. They have increased the amount of elements that you can add to a whiteboard to 2,000. And they've increased the pages from 350 pages to 500 in a design. And it used to be 100. So that's excellent. All right. Let me go back real quick to this. Up at the top, left-hand side, let me pull down that magnifying glass. There's a 3-line hamburger menu. We're going to click that. What's new is that you can go in here and click into folders, and let's just say that I want this one. And when you click that, it's automatically going to open up into a new tab. So you no longer have to go back to the home page to find things. You can open up new designs straight in Canva or straight in your design. So let's say that I was looking for one for April 2024 planning folder. And I'm like, oh yeah, I really needed to look at this particular document. And then it opened up, right? And here's an example of something that I might share a public link on that I talked about a little bit earlier. Like I could share the create public link, and then I could share that. So that people could see everything that's in it. And I think they might even be able to, the links might be clickable in it too. Let's see. It is. So I think that that's really a really great update. All right, let me keep going. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14. I've got 5 or 6 more things, and these are the awesome ones. So if you have someone that needs to know awesome tricks or awesome new features within Canva, now's the time to tell them to join this dream, because I'm telling you, these features, amazing. Let me, to show you the first one. And by the way, the first one is called Retain Photo Edits There's a lot of words after that. But basically, you can drag and drop a new image onto a picture that already has some photo edits, and it will start processing and give those same photo edits to the design. I'm going to show you what this means and how I think I'm going to use it. All right, let's just grab a social media post. So let's say, let me move me. Here we go. Let's say that there's a person. And I go and I find a person that I would like to add to my design. Let's use this one. And the photo edits I make are edit photo, and then I remove the background, right? And let's say that I make an auto adjust with the colors on it. And I can't show the exact feature here, so I'm going to remove this for a second. New things that are coming that have not been released publicly yet. But I'm going to show one thing. All right, now. All right, I'm back with the screen share. So I've got this picture and I added an outline. I removed, there's a bug flying that decided that it really loves my studio lights. I've added an outline. I removed the background. I did some adjustments. Well, let's say I decided I did not want this person. What I would have to do before is I would have to do all of that again. Now I don't have to. I can take a person on the left-hand side. I'm going to use my mouse, left click, and drag it and drop it right in and see what happened. It automatically, did you see that? It automatically took those things and applied it to the new picture. Let's try this one. Drag, it's right there, right on it, and bam. Did you see how quick that was? What about this? Awesome. Now, sometimes you might have to make a couple of adjustments, but like, for example, this one, I would just need to, oh, I know why. It's because his head's cut off in the frame. But you get, like, awesome. Just left click and drag. Left click and drag, and it maintains the photo edits. There's a few photo edits that it does not work on. I've not gotten all the ins and outs about what it doesn't work on versus what it does. But this is absolutely awesome because that's so fast. Where I see this working really well is on YouTube thumbnails. I see this feature working really well on YouTube thumbnails because you can just duplicate your YouTube thumbnail and drag in a different picture for the main person. So let's say that I've got several versions of me, like pointing at different spots, and I've got the perfect outline and everything for the one image. Then I can drag and drop a different person for that thumbnail and it would maintain all of the elements. So I absolutely love that. It's going to save so much time. It is my second favorite feature that was released. It's my second favorite feature that was released in April. Like I love it. And if you aren't sure what I'm talking about, basically, if you apply an edit to a person, and I go and do all this work, let's remove the backgrounds. Let's give this a duotone look. Let's see if duotone works. Okay. Oh, it didn't keep that duotone. Let's try. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you see how there's a duotone to it. Let's see if duotone works. Let me add this person and see if it will remove the backgrounds. Nope, I just clicked it. I didn't accidentally drag it. All right, so let's use this one. We're going to drag and drop. It kept the duotone and removed the background. Let me show you another cool feature about this. Let's say that you want to do a whole bunch in this style. So we're going to just click duplicate and duplicate 3 persons here. And now I can take and add that one. And it gives the same design. That one may not work well because her head's cut off. So let's find this one. And it's going to keep the style of all of them. So it's just pretty cool. It's so fast. I love it. And again, like I said, YouTube thumbnails, it's going to be great. What's the next thing that I love that has been added to Canva recently? It's something called design to image. Now, it doesn't save a whole lot of clicks, but it does save some. Let me see if I can, while it's still off screen, I'm going to pull up a design. We'll pull up the same design that I've used before. All right, here's the design. Over on apps, you're going to type in design to image. And then we're going to click design to image again. I'm looking at the wrong page. And what we can do is export one page to an image. So we're going to convert this to an image. We click convert. It's a PNG. We're going to choose the current page and export it. There's a couple different things that you can do now. You can click that image and it's automatically there. You see, it's like an image. You can also just make it into a fun frame. Like they give some suggestions here. Let me move myself. Dragon clover tulip flower. But it also went into the uploads folder. So if you need to use that in a different design, it's automatically there. You don't have to go upload it into Canva by using design to image. So I love that. But if you want it on your device, then you're going to need to download it normal way. But I am glad that I've showed this because now I can show you something else that's new. Oh, it's not even next on my list, but I'm going to skip what's next on my list and I'm going to show you this feature. Okay. The feature is grab text. Now we've had grab text, but now there's a version 2 where you click edit photo, click grab text, and it's going to give choices of certain things. So it gave me 3 purple boxes. One with the quotation marks, one with the phrase, actually it gave me 4, and then one with this. So I'm going to click this and that. A journey begins, right? And then grab. It's going to pull it off of the design to where I can then change the font, I can change the words or whatever. And because this one was made in Canva, it's really, really clean. But if it wasn't, then I would just use Magic Eraser to erase something. Like if I wanted to just erase that, I could. So yeah, I love that. The music's distracting to me. All right. I would love to share with you my favorite feature that I have discovered over the last couple days that I have not heard anybody else talk about in the Canva communities. I saw the name of it and I was instantly intrigued and wanted to know more. And then I looked at it and immediately knew how I would frame this particular thing for a video. I may not create a video on this, so this may be the only time I talk about it, but it is awesome. It's essentially another way for me, it's not what it's intended for. I think that it is a great way to generate YouTube scripts or to start off brainstorming for YouTube video ideas. I know that it is originally intended for LinkedIn. So I'm just going to open up. Actually, it's the same size there. It's originally intended for LinkedIn. I'm just going to open up a Square document, and I just realized I don't have my document showing. So there we go. And just like every other thing, we're going to go to apps. And when you go to apps, what you're going to type in is, okay, I remember. Carousel Studio. Let me grab the magnifying glass. It's called Carousel Studio. I believe that it is a free one. I've not tested it out on my free account, but you do not have to sign in anything, which is awesome. I love ones where you don't have to sign in the things. It's going to give us a 4 carousel slide on something. So it gives a recommendation on how to build a strong personal brand. I'm going to ignore that. If you have a topic idea that you would love for me to ask Carousel Studio to provide me with, let me know in the chat. But for now, I'm going to start off with a video topic on 4 ways to use Canva for YouTube, because that's what I would do, but I want to hear what you would research. We're going to research that topic. It's going to give us some very basic things. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and generate the slides. Because this is new, I think that the sizing and everything is not fantastic on it. But we're going to take a look at each one of these slides, and I'm going to tell you whether these are good ideas for me and this channel or whether they're bad ideas. All right. So here's number 1. We're going to make it larger. By the way, another new feature is that you can adjust everything all at one time. So I just made some adjustments there. Create eye-catching thumbnails. Use Canva's templates and design tools to easily create captivating thumbnails that drive clicks and views to your YouTube channel. Actually, I like that. What I would love to know, let me get rid of this. I would love to expand that. So I'm going to use Magic Write to continue writing and see what it says. And then it gave me a lot more. I think I want to make this all a little larger. So I'm going to actually do another feature that's new. I'm going to duplicate this first. That's important. And then I'm going to click on the 3 dots. And I'm going to expand this to a whiteboard because it's going to allow me to make this a little bit bigger than what the 1 did. And that's a brand new feature. And I love that we can expand 1 page of a design to a whiteboard. With Canva's user-friendly templates and design tools, you can effortlessly create or craft eye-catching thumbnails to entice blah, 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 right? So I could keep going or have it rewrite or something like that. Design. Oh. Let's go like this and make it. Design engaging channel art. That's a good idea too. Craft, blah. Yep. So I love that. The next one is end screens. That's a great idea as well. So it really did give me some awesome ideas. Let me see if I can go back to it. And let's say that your channel was about how to grow cucumbers in the garden. Let's say that you had a gardening channel. Choose the right variety. Provide adequate sunlight. Consistent watering is key. Support vertical growth, right? Like it gave me 4 things to be able to use in a video that's about growing cucumbers. And then you can use Magic Write to expand on it and maybe even write a video script. So that's something to keep in mind. Slide number 13 is grab text version 2, which I just showed a little bit earlier, which is where you can click the click something that's got text in it, click edit photo, click grab text, and it will separate the text away from it. Before it would separate everything. Now in version 2, you can select 1 or 2 things to change and leave other things behind. So I love that new feature. This has got to be my Magic Write streaming. This has got to be my second favorite feature. No. Yeah, this is my second favorite feature of all the new things. So we're going to end off on that. But let's see, what was this one? Ideation. Well, we just sort of talked about that, where you can turn a single design into a whiteboard to further develop and expand on it. And my bonus tip was make a copy before expanding. So we're going to use this. We're going to talk about this. If you have any questions, let me know about new features that you've seen, about features that you're missing. Like, just, I don't mind chatting up. We're going to go to a document. Give me a second. All right, here we go. If you aren't familiar, Magic Write is basically Canva's version of ChatGPT. And they just got better. In a document, you can click the little plus sign and you can click Magic Write and then create a prompt. So I'm going to create a video script about, let's just use that same one, growing cucumbers in a vegetable in a garden. Okay. And I'm going to click generate. Before, Magic Write would automatically just put what you said onto the design. Now what it's doing is giving a preview of what it wants to say. And you can sort of review it. So start a video, scene. Oh no, that's great. Well, I found out a bug with it. If you go to zoom in to see it better, if you go in to see it better, it goes away. So let me try it again. A video script on how to actually, hold up. Let me make it bigger from the jump. A video script on how to grow cucumbers in the garden. Okay, we're going to click generate. And here it is. And it gives a video script. So you can use Canva Magic Write to create a video script for a video idea that you have. And it may not be perfect, but what I love is that now that it will just give some general ideas about it, but that you can click retry and it will retry it again. Opening shot of a sunny garden, voiceover. Hey there, today we're going to keep things super simple and, right, it's continuing to go with it. So it's got that. Now I can click insert. But what if I change my mind and didn't want to do cucumbers? I clicked the little back button. What if I wanted to do, instead of cucumbers, peppers in the garden? I was able to go back on it and change it to peppers. It's pretty good. I even did a test one earlier about a video script on how to use like spatulas from the kitchen in the garden. Like I just randomly put it up. So it just gives you that. The back button, the back arrow is where you can go out of it and then change something. Right? So what if you decided you didn't want a video script? What if you wanted a blog post? Because you might want a blog post to go around it. And that would be pretty cool. It also might work well for your video script. And now we can just click insert and it will insert that right in. Now the prompt is gone. So if you want that prompt, you would just want to keep it copied. But yeah, that's awesome. And then you can go and take this if you wanted and maybe rewrite it. So I love the new features that Canva has come out with. A lot of you are just joining me, and we have gone over 15 new things that Canva has to offer. I'm going to show you my 3 favorite ones right now because they are they're awesome. Let's see. Let me close out. I'm trying to close or trying to get rid of these. My first favorite feature that has been released is one where it will keep photo effects from one thing to another. So I'm going to show you what I mean. We're going to click a background. All right, so you see how this has a background. We're going to remove that background. And then I'm just going to give it a duotone effect. What about sepia? No, let's see. Let's just give it a fun blush thing, right? So we've added a duotone effect. We've removed the background, but then we're like, I don't want to use that image. Before, you would have had to add all of those things. Now what you can do is just take and left click your mouse and slide it right onto the image that has the effects and let go. And it removes the background and adds a duotone effect. This is awesome. Like, I absolutely love this. I find this to be extremely helpful for YouTube thumbnails where you've got the exact outline that you want on a video on your thumbnail, and you can duplicate that across the board with the photo edits. Some photo edits this does not work on. I think one of the big things is that, like, if I did a blur on this, I'm not sure that the blur would maintain because it would be in a specific spot on the picture. And I'm not sure that it would keep. We're just going to do it I don't think it's going to keep the blur. So I've got a very harsh blur there. Let me change this. Yeah, so it's not going to keep some effects, but for the majority of your work, it's going to keep it. So it would keep, I believe, it would keep things from the background remover. It would keep things from filters. It would probably keep things from the shadows and the duotone. I don't know if I blurred the whole image. What if I blurred the whole image? Let's try that. It's still blurring, so I'm letting that save first. Okay, so if you blur the whole image, it will keep, but if you blur part of an image, it won't. I'm undoing all of that. Okay. And then let's see, what else do we have? I don't know how well like autofocus or face retouch, because that's going to be an individual picture. And I don't know if any of the apps would work either. So I'm going to need to play around with it. I discovered this yesterday morning or the day before and was playing around with it. But I've not figured out all the ins and outs of this. So that was by far, like time saving wise, my favorite feature. The other thing that I really loved was the magic streaming, the magic rate streaming. Let me go here, where instead of it going away when you type something, let's just click plus. Oh, let me show you something real quick too. If you are in a different document other than Canva Docs, you can get to magic right by clicking the three. Let me see if I can magnify this. Clicking that fun little icon right there, and then clicking on magic right. So it would just go right here. But Magic Write started off in Canva Docs, so that's where I always showcase it. All right, so let's see here. A video script on how to use spatulas in the kitchen. No, let's not in the kitchen. Oh, and woodworking. Let's see if it will give me some tips. Welcome to our woodworking wood shop. Today we're diving into a tool you might not associate with woodworking, the spatula. Yes, you heard that right. Let's explore how these kitchen tools can become your unexpected ally in your woodworking projects. Like, you can let it come up with connections that you might not be able to come up with yourself. But also, what I love about this version of Canva Magic Write is that it doesn't just automatically put it into your document or into your design. It lets you read over it first and then make a decision. Okay. And so I could read over it, or I could click retry, or even click this back arrow and go back. And let's see here. What if it wasn't spatula I wanted to use? What if I wanted to figure out how to use forks? Ever thought about using forks? Yes, the ones from your kitchen. And see, if we were doing something like that on my other channel, I would probably have some sort of joke about, you better not be using my kitchen forks. Yep. All right, so then you can just click insert. Start of script, scene 1, a workshop background workbench with varying woodworking tools and a selection of forks. All right, and then the other feature that I loved was very, very similar, but it's called, let's see if I can find it, carousel. So let's just click the topic that they chose, or how to build a strong YouTube channel. Research topic. And it's going to give 4 steps on creating a strong YouTube channel. You can generate the slides. Because it's new, the slides do not look awesome. They're small. You're going to have to resize them, but it gives you awesome bullet points to start off with. Uh, if you're creating a video on that topic, or even if you're just wanting to learn how to build a strong YouTube channel, this little trick can help you with that. Collaborate with other YouTubers. I love collaborations. Here's the last call for questions. If you have questions about using Canva, let me know in the chat. I am always up for a good Q&A session. Those were fun. 15 fun new features that are in Canva. And I highly anticipate a lot of fun new features. I've seen one new feature this week. I've heard about another feature that I've not gotten access to yet. And then whisperings, I've heard whisperings of something that I'm really going to love. That's a new feature that I'm guessing is probably going to be released on May 23rd. I'm not sure how many of these live streams I'm going to be able to do before May 23rd, because I try to keep those super secret things under wraps. And like I couldn't show one of the features I really wanted to show today because it had some new features in it that I'm not sure have been rolled out 100% to everybody. But everything else that I shared today, I know without a doubt has been rolled out. All right, I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for learning Canva from me. You could learn from anybody, and you chose to come hang out with me today, and I really value that. I've left a lot of stuff in the description, including how to join the membership. And yep, that's right. I've got a YouTube membership. It's really, really fun. I go live on occasions when I'm just like piddling around in Canva. So that's quite fun. And I've got some things up my sleeve for that higher tier, which still doesn't cost a whole lot. I've got some tricks up my sleeves over the next month if people join the time traveler tier. So I will see you in the next video, which does come out on Monday, but members of the time traveler tier already have access to that video. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for learning with me. Bye.